All right, welcome to another episode of Mistakes Make Mythic, our series where we try to fall upwards and hit Mythic for the first time in Arena. Right now, we are sitting at Gold 1. I think we'll be able to hit Plat soon. And let's just jump right in. And see what we open. Our rare is Singulated Rupture. I really like board wipes, especially in this set. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me about that. But I think Singularity Rupture is fantastic. I love the flavor that target player also mills half their library. So not in addition to kind of wiping the board, then the other player is severely limited in their capabilities, and sometimes you can mill them out as well. The other cards are okay. Agrarian, I think, is the other pick I would do in this pack right now. And Servanum is good, but people have been really moving away from white recently. And all the other cards are kind of filler. So I think I'll take the rare here. See what we can do with that. Here, a Rust Harvester. Rust Harvester is great, especially in the red-blue artifact decks, or even, red-white, red-black. So surprised that that's still in the pack. Here, so I think here we want to be at least a black base, if not green. But blue is also great. Could take the Rust Harvester. I think the Rust Harvester is the best card in this pack. Time Color would be okay, especially with the ability to kind of come back even after, destroy all creatures here. So I think we'll stick with this. I think the Sweeper is better than the Rust Harvester. And here, there's a Banishing Light, which is good removal. We have Diplomatic Relations and the Ice Cape Crasher, which are also very good. Whoever's left of me is really eating up these red cards. There's a Memorial Vault and an Elemental. I think between here it's going to be a Canazoa or even green to do maybe a blue, a black-green base, splashing blue. And if Alfario wheels, we can get that. I do like Banishing Lights, but there's a lot of ways to destroy enchantments in this set. So I think we will go with the Diplomatic Relations here to maybe get into green. And white is really cooking here. They have a Rayblade Trooper and a Dual Sun Adepts. So again, whoever's on my left is probably really surprised at that, but also eating it up. Here's, I think for me, between the Dirgecraft and the Decode Transmissions. Transmissions for the card draw, and then Dirgecraft for the kill spell, or sacrifice, I guess. Dirgecraft is uncommon, whereas Transmissions is common. There's a lot of other ways to draw cards in this set too, so I'm going to take my first copy of Dirgecraft. Don't think I'll need another one. Here we have Virus Beetle or Mechan Navigator. I think the Navigator here is good. We maybe are going to not be in green, but I think the Navigator is a little bit better than the Beetle here, because we can go find our cards here. Here, interesting. I don't take Entropic Battlecruiser first, because usually there's other cards that outperform it, like a good removal spell. But every time they discard a card, I don't have ways to discard, and nor do I need one. But every time they discard a card, and then each time they can't. It would be fun to play with this, to be honest. If I can pick up those the 4/1 defenders, I think that'll be really nice. Here, well, or what I could do is warp a Bygone Colossus. I think the safer pick, of course, is Lightless Evangel. I have been really impressed by Emergency Eject, just because you can destroy any non-land permanent, and especially in late game, it's often worth it compared to other removal spells. Looks like white is still very open, which is a common theme I see nowadays. If I ever open a good white bomb, definitely going to go white. Here we have the color. That's pretty much our only pick. This would be work well with the battle cruiser, but again, I don't think that's worth it here. Color is a great card. And here we could I am surprised Servandum Wield. But black, white, splash, I'm sorry, black, blue, splash, white, or black, white, splash, blue is not so great. So I think it'll be the nutrient block here. Here we can take a Fate Maker, just in case we are still going, and the Alfario Wield, fantastic. So maybe it's a good thing we are gonna be blue. The Virus Beetle Wield. I think this is gonna be a good set of games. And here, I think there's only one pick, and that's gonna be Graph Kill. The Lightfall Inquisitor is great for an aggressive white deck, with the Vigilance and making them have to pay an additional. But the Breeding Pool would help us fix. Yeah, if the Breeding Pool wheels, we'll definitely take it. But I think having access to good removal is key, especially in this set. I think I would actually take Gene Pollinator second here, and then third I would probably take the Breeding Pool. But very happy to get Graph Kill even as a first pick. And I'll take another one. I will take another one. I think here Command Bridge would be great for fixing. But again, we only have 2 green cards. We don't need to necessarily be in green. The Melchar's Resolve is a good green removal, but Graph Kill is excellent. And I am happy sticking with 2 colors. I've been doing a lot of multicolored decks with some degree of success. But if we have just a solid enough playables for black, blue, then we'll stick with it. And here I'll take the Infiltrator. Not a great stat line, and I'm not. I think white-blue cares about double spelling. But even if this gets through one time, I'm very happy, and it can block a few decent things. And the Hull Carver again. 1/1 Death Touch, okay for board stall, but doesn't do much else. Hard time crewing. Sentinel wheels, that'll be great. And I think that would crew really well. Don't ever pick Cosmogoyf. Although it does look cool, I don't think it's good in draft. Wow, Icetail Explorer. Here I think it's between Embrace Oblivion and Umbral Color Zealot. You can get some great payoffs with Zealot, especially if if we Singularity Rupture, we can kill our own creatures. Let's see how many removal we have. Kind of like removal there. I do like that. But I think having a body on board is just so much worth it, especially one that can help us find our Singularity Rupture. And here, wow, that's a very late Terra Pact Intimidator. Really strong 2-drop for red. I think we'll take Hymn of the Faller just to get a little bit of card draw. Oh my goodness, Space-Time Anomaly. I love this card. And if you hadn't heard before, I played a deck with 3 of them. Should have trophied, but I did end up getting 6 wins. Here, I think I will take the Embrace Oblivion, just to have that extra removal. And now that we do have 4, I think I can prioritize other things. Interesting. I normally don't like these planet lands. Ugh. And I don't think I'll start here. I think it's either Command Bridge or the color. This would be good. And it's doable if you're a green base, I think. But we are not. And if anything, let me just take these out so I don't get too worked up about them. Now that we have the Umbral Collar Zealot, I am going to be a lot higher on this Peregrine Beckoner, especially if we can get a second Zealot. Because then we have now access to do a lot of these ETB shenanigans like the Virus Beetle and even Alfario. And it wheeled. Fantastic. Fantastic. I'm just gonna keep picking some, black cards here. Black, blue, great. Oh my goodness, and now we have another sweeper, but the question is, do we take the sweeper? Or we take value here with the Codecracker Hound? And that the God Maul would be fantastic if we had gotten a little bit more green, but green was so dried up earlier. I think here I'll take the board wipe. Now that we have 2 board wipes, I think it'll be fantastic. This is definitely not going to wheel, but we have enough creatures, and we do have a little bit of card draw with the Hymn of the Faller, Alfario, so not the worst, not the worst. My only downside to Hound is it's so slow. So I've been thinking of even only playing, or playing it without the warp. Here, I will take, do we already have one? I will take Mouth of the Storm. I think it's a great top-end card, and it prevents opponents from moving too fast. Oh man, now the green's coming. I love Edge Rover. Fantastic, again, fantastic green base card. Cheap, can trade with a lot of things that are higher cost, get you that lander token, so even if you don't have a play for turn 2, you can really curve out and get the mana base that you need. Here, let's see, we have 14 cards. Do I take the counterspell or take the card draw? Card draw, I think endgame is fantastic. We don't really have too many higher cards here. I'll take that. And if, oh wow, nice. A Mechan and an Oblivion. We already have one Oblivion. And we have 2 board wipes. So I think I'm going to go with the Mechan here. That way, again, card draw. Titan is not terrible. Big body. Ooh, Oblivion or Hilderblade? Or even Mechanizoa. Really high on Mechanizoa. Just, again, stalls and exile itself. So even if we're at a higher mana, or higher land play, we can use that to board stall and then use a wipe. So I'm actually going to take the Mechanizoa there. And here it's just going to be chaff. I'm going to take the Plasma Bolt out of spite. And I will take the Sentinel here. That's actually playable. I'll definitely play it over Cloud Sculpt Titan. Depressurize as a pick 9. That's actually incredible. I'm definitely grabbing that. Alright. So we do have a great set of cards here. Let's see. A decode transmissions, just in case we want a little bit more card draw. Wow, these are some late good red cards. And even a Swarm color. So let's build our deck now. My only gripe with Cerebro Download is 1, we're not a big artifact deck. 2, we have a lot of other card draw effects. So I'm actually going to cut that. We have 70 creatures, so we definitely can cut some creatures. Maybe one of these. With our 2 spacecraft, I think I do want to keep Nanoform Sentinel. Right, yeah, I'm trying to pick Battle Cruiser. But I should probably cut this. Let's see. But we do have a lot of artifacts, actually. This might not be the worst to keep in our deck. Gigastorm is basically a 2-drop. Monoist is okay. But maybe I cut it just... It would be good if we board wipe because then we get the artifact token. Let's see how much removal we have, actually. Pressurize. So, these are all of our removal. Direct removal, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Is Dirgecraft too slow? No, I don't think so. We do have some warp abilities so that we can craft these. Station. And I do like having multiples, so. Let's see. And Mecha Navigator is a great card to station with. We do have the combo with Evangel and Zealot to bump it up. We can constantly sacrifice Beetle, Nutrient Block, and Color for card draw. We still have a decent amount of creatures here. So, I do think it's the Battle Cruiser that we have to cut here. Really doesn't do too much. It's fun shenanigans, but doesn't add too much to the board, and having 8 cost 8 power cost is a little too high, especially if we're going to go for this more of a control type deck. I do think the high end cards are going to be really key for us. So, maybe we'll even get rid of the Dirgecraft. Again, I'd rather play the Smite Titan, a Beckoner, or even some of these higher cost cards. And I have enough removal here. So, I think I'll cut the Dirgecraft and see what we can do with this. Or do I keep it and get rid of the Nutrient Block? Yeah, maybe that's the play. Okay. I think we have a lot more black than blue. Alright, so let's see what we can do with this. Alright. Game 1, we have Elitis and Evangel, and a lot of just other cards, so. See what our opponent does. Fantastic. Okay, so now we have access to everything else, which is great. Sacrifice an artifact. I would not let him make 2 landers, and instead just opt for card draw. Perfect. So do we discard an artifact? I think so. We do have the Dirgecraft. I think... Then I can't use the Mechan, huh? That's okay. Let's do that. Because we have the Grab Kill, we can use Mechanozoa to push through. It's 4, so he could have a combat trick. And he is keeping it up, so that what we could do is attack here, Grab Kill it, in case he uses biosynthetic or whatnot. Okay. He doesn't. I'm gonna keep up Grab Kill, just in case he plays anything. Yeah, so maybe interaction here. Diplomatic relations? No, okay. Or maybe he just thinks that it's not worth it. So here he's playing Eulogist. I will just Grab Kill the Intimidator just so he doesn't get any... Oh! Okay! We have an impatient player who doesn't believe in his deck. And that's okay. You know, I like to play things through, but when you know, maybe you know. I did have a game recently where I was dead on board and my opponent forgot that he could use a few other triggers to kill me, so I do feel bad, but that's part of the game. I go first with only 2 lands. I do have a play. It's not fantastic. Not fantastic. Sometimes I may get stuck there. But if I get a land, I can play out Mechanizo and grab kill. So that's my reasoning for keeping this hand. Tyler Goat as a play. Okay. Okay. I think I have to surveil here for the land. Shoot. Okay. Great. Orzhov with a sweeper. Now I do have Singularity Rupture, so if I stay alive enough, yes. Okay. So it's another land. As long as we keep hitting our land drops, then we have a chance here. But he also is hitting his land drops. And I would block in this case if he attacks, so that he wastes his combat spell. Oh, okay. Interesting. I mean, probably grab kill, right? Or Singularity Rupture? Wow. Not a lot of people play this card. I do think it's filler. I think it costs too much for what it does. Maybe just crew. Okay. Fantastic. Again, as long as we are hitting... as long as we are hitting these land drops, then I am A-okay. Here I'll tap just to see if he wants to, you know, get rid of it. And if not, I would just... down. Okay, we still have 1 board wipe in our deck. Brace Oblivion will help us. Do what? This will help us do the combo here, but we don't really need to, I think. I think we keep up our mana for grab kill. I mean, he knows what we have. Oh, okay. Card draw is great. And this also exiles Spacecraft. So if he crews to a certain point, then I can make it all null. Okay. I don't have to do anything. Again, we'll just keep whittling away while keeping grab kill up. Oh, okay. I mean, that's fine. Me attach. Sure, I will grab kill that. Not the best use, but what can you do? He doesn't know I have the Oblivion, which is great. What I could do too is just warp my Beckoner and Oblivion the Beckoner, since I don't have any other payoffs now. So it's just about, you know, using what you have. That's all. Great, this costs 3 to equip, which is fantastic for us. And I think we just warp this in. Or, I'm sorry, we just tap it down. That's why. That way he can't use it to crew a station, but we can't attach Lightblade to it. And now we have... oh, wow. Eternity Elevator. Oh, okay. Sure. Oh man, he might crew. I don't know if I would crew him. It's a little late to crew. So here what I will do is... I could parry Beckoner the Mechanizoa. Because if he doesn't block it... oh yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Perigee Beckoner Mechanizoa. That way, he has to block or take 7. And I have the Abrasive Oblivion to destroy his Voidforge Titan. And we can lock down the robots again. We have Elfariel to draw us cards. It's okay. I'd rather keep them out of the storm. Yeah, he's basically... he doesn't have a lot to do. I think Eternity Elevator isn't that useful in limited, as with things like Gaia's Cradle and other mana, generate mana effects that are late game. You can do a lot with when you can... oh, and there we go! We hit Plat. So Plat tier 4. You can do a lot with if you hit, if you can card draw, but in limited there's not too many ways to go unlimited like that, so... Platinum opponents here. And we do have a great starting hand, so we can get out the Mecha Navigator, the Sentinel, and then we can interact with our Depressurize and Evangel. And then knowing that on turn 4, if we do continue to have a 2-drop in our hand like this, we can get out the Gigastorm Titan along with it. So good board presence. The only hard part is now, the fact that our board sweepers are not as effective if we build our board very quickly. Trade I will not take. See what he does. He might have a removal spell. But again, I'm not gonna, I don't think that's an even trade with the operative. He'll let me attack, which is kind of wild. And I'll just discard a swamp here. Again, next turn, we have a lot of plays, which is great. Here, I'll try to get something out so that he might have to counter, but I guess he won't counter. Interesting. I do think he has a removal spell. There it is. I would actually... the Navigator, I think, is better. Because of how... oh, wow. That's something that... okay. I think his idea was that it would cause us to trigger in, but this is... if a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability... huh, that's odd. Maybe it was just for the... okay. Huh. So here... the good thing is this is a 3-4, so my Depressurize will kill it. I definitely don't want him to get more value off of it. So I think let's build our board. Very nice! Build our board, and hope he plays the Vocalist this turn. And that he doesn't have another one cast spell, like the Ill Boy. Your L block. Okay, no, and this way now we can depressurize. We can see what we can get. Don't need lands now. Unfortunately, because we were able to void, we can... and now he'll block. Let's see. He has no choice. I think he has a choice. He is up on life. But we have all these ways to card draw, which is fantastic. And he does not. So that is where... oh, I should have played this first. But I can always discard Mechan here. And, oh man. Yeah, I think I discard Mechan. Just to get the last card out of his hand, I think. It's a land. That's okay. Just knowing that he doesn't have like a kill spell or a board wipe is okay for me, I think. And now he's looking through his graveyard for some reason. Pull through the... no, not pull through the... but the search for... Here I think we can... Can we grab... should we grab kill? I think we can just attack with Althariel. I don't think he's gonna block until much later. And then we can play the color and sack it. Sack our beetle to it. I guess I can play the color now? Oh, the timeline. I didn't realize these were both colors. Should I play it now is the question? Because now my board, my sweepers are not as effective. I still have enough mana to play Grab Kill and color. So, just in case they also... but I don't think they do. Red, blue, I do not think has a board wipe. As if they've been pulling the shenanigans, though. Here... And what we can do... Okay, so we pulled our board wipe. We can use timeline color as sacrifice fodder for Swarm Color. And here he'll finally take that. So I will play this out now. I could... No. Oh, Warp Pay 2 life. So I may do that. Warp Pay 2 life. Yeah, I can just play this as 2 now. My reasoning is that saves me 1 life. It saves me 2 life. So, because when it goes to the graveyard, I can play it with the Warp ability. So why pay 2 life now? You know, or next turn, I meant. Okay, so now he's getting some card draw. It's not fantastic, but we still have Grab Kill up. We're gonna have a whole turn where he can't do much. And we can also... We can also continue to get value with Evangel and Timeline Color. And this is where Althariel really shines in the late game. And this is fantastic. We have Peregrine Beckoner, we have the color, and we can do a lot of shenanigans now, especially with the Swarm Color and Sacrifice. So we can even get more cards to draw with Althariel. I think we were in a fantastic position. And Mouth the Storm. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sacrifice the Timeline Color. I'm gonna save the Peregrine Beckoner for later. And the, you know, Althariel, we don't need to do too many crazy things because we still have Grab Kill. That's a tapped token, by the way. And maybe I could have won with the Beckoner. There's a little minutia math details. Something that we'll have to keep an eye out for, especially as we head up these ranks. I think that's what's going to separate us from a Diamond player to Mythic. So let's see what they can do here. I mean, I have 2 in the air. I don't need to Grab Kill anything just yet, in case they have an Interact spell. So unless they can do something about that, and I have the color for Warp Shenanigans. Good game. Great, we're off to a great start. I think sticking to 2 colors was a good idea there. And what are we at? 3-0. The 30. Alright, and our opponent has kept his hand, but we have 3 islands and nothing to play, so I will mulligan this. Here, we'll get rid of the Beckoner. Normally I just get rid of the land, but I think hard to play the Beckoner, so... Alright. Here, let's just haste this out. He might have a... I think he has Focus Fire. The cool little art. Hardback. White, blue. Double spelling, potentially. I think if I play the color now... probably definitely going to... Focus Fire, right? Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Focus Fire? Or Desculpting Blast now? Okay. If I didn't have a land, I would play the Navigator. Oh, wow. I'll take that. I will definitely take that trade. Are you serious? Here we can play out the Alfarial. So we can discard Nanoform Sentinel and or the Navigator. I think the Navigator, because 1 is cheap, so we can potentially get our Infiltrate on board, and 2, it has the potential to continue fishing us spells, is the right play here. Here I will depressurize. Dual Sun Adept is a very good card. Question though is, do we get the Infiltrator out? I think Board Presence is the play here. Okay, so let's assume he has Focus Fire. And or Artifact. We assume he has Focus Fire. So he's not going to do anything? Great. So then we'll play the Infiltrator. If he hadn't, I would have played the Dreaming Acolyte. Or Alfarial. So now he probably saves the Focus Fire for the Infiltrator. Yep. That's okay. Let's attack first. Focus Fire. Focus Fire. So easy to figure out in Arena, at least, with the little stops. Here, we discard 2 cards. I think we'll discard our lands here. Like 5, 6, yeah. So I can always play the color. Don't necessarily need the lands right now, I think. Though it would be nice to play Mouth of the Storm. Maybe I should have gotten rid of the color. But if I drew a land next turn, I wouldn't have anything to do. That would have been great in our deck. The Psionist. Oh, nice. Okay. I will definitely take that. And we can just start crewing it. Because he's not gonna... I'm okay if he attacks. Yeah. That's not gonna be able to do anything. Discard a card here. Here, do I discard the color? He has no flying. But if I can get the Dirgecraft on board... Let's do that, because if we continue to crew... we can just continuously filter using our Navigator. I think getting out the Mouth of the Storm next turn would be way more beneficial. Because if he swings with everything here, we still have more than 10 life. And we can definitely outperform him. Outrun him. So nothing to pull. Did he have any legendary creatures? I would probably have crewed that for the 7, but... yeah. Okay. So maybe he has another focus fire. He might. He might have another focus fire. Yikes. I discard the Gigastorm Titan? I think so. Getting the Mouth of the Storm out, I think, is very important. So, I'm okay with him focus firing these. Because I have Mouth of the Storm. Yeah. Okay. That's very reasonable. And again, this way... this way, he can't attack. He has nothing to attack, he has nothing to station. So, a very good spot to be in. And this Ward 2 would be great, unless he has another Banishing Light. 1, 2, 3... Okay, so... Fair. But definitely not what he was hoping to station this for sure. The land is not where we want to be. So, fantastic. That is where we want to be. So now knowing that, I think what I would do is keep up the Embraceability for the Seriema, because he is most certainly going to station this to make this a flying artifact, with only one other card in hand. Hoping it's not removal, but even if it's a creature, or hoping it's not a counterspell. Really? Do I have to block here is the question. Yeah. He could have a spell. That sucks. Do I have enough to block everything? Block this, block that, then he has 5. Okay. Not the best, but we'll see what we can do. Oh, yikes. That's it, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's it. Good game. Very nice, Nesquik. Alright, heading into the next game. Opponent has kept a hand of 7 cards. We have enough mana finally here to do a lot of shenanigans. Last time we had a mulligan, so I do think that put us at a disadvantage. Sweeper, green, blue. Okay. I think some Reddit post put out some statistics and Sweeper might have been good in red, white, or something. He's also red, okay. Very interesting. Let's hold the Virus Beetle for a little bit later and get the Navigator out. Maybe even turn 4 when we can... Oh, well. We'll see. We'll see what it is. He probably has a land. Oh, yeah. Okay. Fair, fair. I'll keep up the Navigator for the Thallbringer, I think. I have to. But we'll see what he does. Not a bad play, especially if he can, you know, immediately station it. That's where the Sweeper, I think, is good. But if you have to station multiple things for the Sweeper, I don't think it's as worth it. And keeps it up. Okay. Yikes. No, Here we can attack with the navigator to potentially get a land. I'll just guard the color here. Will he block? He doesn't block. He has enough mana for counterspell. Question is what counterspell? I think we just baller here. Oh my goodness. I think we have to keep this because we can wipe out the 2s here. But we really need some lands. I will block here because we have the board wipes. But this is really good at 7. That way you can get a creature card. But we don't have a lot of life to really lose 6. So let's see what he does. 5. Okay. So we need this. Okay, so maybe that wasn't the best play there. I think I have to keep attacking for lands. But this way, this is good. We can Virus Beetle in Oblivion. We'll get rid of the Titan just because I have. That's okay. Yeah. Unfortunate with how few lands we have. But I do think if we can get one more land, then we can clear the board and then have access to grab kill. So. And now what we can do is we can actually depressurize as well. So that's what I think I will do actually. Get a creature on board. You know, have access to that later. We'll depressurize the sweeper. And access to red now. Okay, that's okay. Again, 3. So you might use that to just get lands out and try to kill us with the biotech specialist. Great card. If you haven't seen that in action, you should look at episode 3. So here, oof, not great to play the color. We do have 2 grab kills. I think we just used the grab kill here. Maybe I think I should have tossed the 0-point ballad, huh? Probably. Oh wow. So yeah, that's gonna make it very hard. And he has 6 and Ward 2, so I need 1 more mana to kill it. That's okay. We will play out our color just for board presence. Yeah, and if he has a pump spell, then I lose. If I can draw one more land, we might have a shot. He has 21 cards. Yeah, the extra lander token would have destroyed us. Big swing, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you? Oh, okay. Oh, he had a pump spell. Ah, wow. Good game. Okay. Our front end needs some work. Alright, and here, let's see, they've taken 1 mulligan. Or they go first. I do have Hymn of the Faller, and then a few playables after that. So I'm gonna keep this. Even though all 3 of my lands are swamps. And 1 Gene Pollinator. Oh great, now we have a way to at least have a body on board. So let's get the body on board. And always Hymn of the Faller next turn. He's ramping up hard. Fortunately, he is out of cards. That's him, the Faller now. That's a swamp. I'll keep that just because it'll it gives me access to Grav Kill and Swarm Color. And this takes a lot to bring online, 7. But green has so many ways to get high power creatures on the field. They're playing Diamond Dr. Juggler. So we're already in the big leagues, and look at that. He already has enough to station his Scoutlander. Oh wow. What a combo. Really? Jeez. Because now he gets out the worm for free. But really, board sweep would be amazing here. What I could do is use the Swarm Color, but he'll just he may just warp it in. Yikes. It'd be really nice to get a blue. Then I could get the Mechanizoa out. I'm gonna keep this up. Grab Kill is Exile, so even if he has a card to make a creature indestructible, I can still get it. If he does something now, okay. I will exile. Wow, so yeah, I really need sweepers now. Okay, wow. So 3 to destroy anything. I'm just getting these swamps, yikes. Really need my sweepers. So he'll probably All Fate Tharko this. Okay. Oh wow, okay. He warped. That is 9. Doesn't have anything else to do. Okay. Yeah, fair. Let's see if we can get a blue source. Nope. Do I block here is the question. Yeah, I'll block. Just in case. Because if I have 0 point, then I'm gonna need the health. Nope. Not 0 point. Of course. Yeah, that's game. Getting killed by these lands. I have done 9-8, maybe. But I don't think that was the key factor in losing. Well, on to the next. 3-3.